Chosen One, you didn't arrive here by accident. Something ancient awakened inside you, something forged through pressure, silence, and unseen battles. While others doubted, you endured. While doors closed, you learned how to walk through walls. This moment is proof that what tried to break you only sharpened you. A new power has been mastered, not loud, not reckless, but precise and unshakable. It's the kind of power that changes atmospheres without announcing itself. Even the darkness recognizes it. Even the devil studies it. Because you no longer react, you rule. And now, you're stepping into awareness of who you truly are. Chosen One. The first power you mastered was not something flashy or visible to the world, but it is the most feared power of all. Self-control. This mastery was not given to you easily. It was carved into you through moments where reacting would have felt justified, even satisfying, yet you chose restraint. There were times when speaking would have won you applause, when anger would have made you feel powerful, when revenge would have seemed fair. Instead, you paused, you watched, you learned. In that pause, something ancient awakened inside you. You began to understand that every reaction is an energy leak, and every leak weakens authority. So you stopped giving your power away. At first, it felt uncomfortable. Silence felt like losing. Walking away felt like surrender. Holding your tongue felt like swallowing fire. But over time, you noticed something shift. The same situations that once triggered, you no longer had control over your emotions. The same people who once could pull you into chaos started losing access to you. You realized that power is not proven by how loudly you respond, but by how little others can control your inner state. That realization marked the beginning of your mastery. You learned to sit with discomfort without letting it turn into destruction. When provoked, you did not rush to defend your ego. When misunderstood, you did not beg to be seen. When attacked, you did not always counterattack. You observed patterns. You recognized traps. You saw how emotional reactions were being used to drain you, delay you, and distract you from your purpose. And slowly, intentionally, you stepped out of those cycles. This terrified the enemy, because manipulation only works on those who react automatically. You stopped being automatic. Your restraint sharpened your discernment. You began to see beyond words and into intentions. You noticed how some conversations were never meant to bring understanding, only exhaustion. You noticed how some battles were designed to pull you down to a lower frequency. So you chose not to fight every fight. You chose your ground carefully. That choice made you untouchable in ways you don't even fully realize yet. Self-control taught you timing. You learned that speaking too soon can destroy what patience would have built. You learned that waiting is not weakness, it is positioning. There were moments when you held back tears, anger, and truth. Not because you were afraid, but because you were wise enough to know the moment was not yet ripe. That wisdom separated you from many who speak impulsively and regret endlessly. You began to move with intention instead of impulse, and intention always carries more power. As you mastered restraint, your energy became cleaner. You stopped feeding drama. You stopped chasing validation. You stopped explaining yourself to those committed to misunderstanding you. This conservation of energy made you stronger, while others were exhausted from constant emotional battles. You were becoming still, focused, and grounded. That stillness is not emptiness. It is readiness. It is the calm of someone who knows they can act, but chooses not to unless it truly matters. The darkness noticed this shift immediately. When you no longer react, manipulation fails. When you no longer panic, fear loses its grip. When you no longer rush, traps reveal themselves. The devil understands raw power, but self-control disrupts his strategies. He relies on impulse, emotion, and distraction. You mastered the opposite. That is why your presence alone now unsettles environments. You don't need to threaten. You don't need to prove. Your calm exposes chaos. This power also changed how you see yourself. You stopped identifying with every emotion that passed through you. You realized feelings are visitors, not rulers. You can feel anger without becoming anger. You can feel fear without obeying fear. You can feel pain without letting it define your decisions. That separation gave you sovereignty over your inner world. And whoever rules their inner world cannot be conquered externally. You are no longer easily baited. You are no longer predictable. You no longer bleed energy where there is no return. This is mastery. This is why doors are opening quietly. This is why certain battles simply disappear before reaching you. You didn't become passive. You became precise. You didn't lose fire. You learned how to aim it. Chosen one. This power you mastered is the foundation of all others. Without self-control, strength becomes destruction. With it, strength becomes authority. And now, you carry an authority that does not need to announce itself. It speaks through your restraint, your calm, and your unshakable presence. Chosen one. The second power you mastered was the ability to transform pain into authority. This did not happen overnight, and it certainly did not happen without cost. There were seasons when pain felt like a sentence, rather than a lesson, when betrayal cut so deeply that it reshaped how you trusted, and when disappointment stacked upon disappointment until hope itself felt tired. Yet, instead of allowing those wounds to turn you bitter, you allowed them to make you aware. That choice changed everything. At first, the pain felt personal, as if life itself had singled you out. You questioned why you had to learn lessons the hard way, while others seemed to move forward effortlessly. But slowly, you began to notice patterns. You realized that every painful experience carried information. Every loss exposed truth. Every heartbreak revealed what was real and what was illusion. Once you understood this, pain stopped being just suffering and started becoming instruction. You began to listen instead of resist. Instead of asking for the pain to end immediately, you asked what it was trying to teach you. This shift elevated you. Betrayal sharpened your discernment. You stopped assuming everyone had pure intentions. You learned how to read energy, consistency and silence. You stopped trusting words alone and started trusting patterns. This wisdom was earned, not inherited, and that is why it carries weight. The loneliness you endured trained you to stand without external validation. When support disappeared, You learned how to support yourself. When voices went quiet, you learned how to hear divine guidance clearly. In that isolation, your intuition grew stronger. You developed an inner compass that does not rely on approval or applause. That inner authority now guides your decisions, and it is unshakable because it was formed in solitude. Pain also humbled you in a powerful way. You learned compassion not as a concept, but as lived experience. You can now recognize suffering in others without them saying a word. You understand weakness without despising it. This does not make you soft, it makes you balanced. Authority without compassion becomes tyranny, but authority shaped by pain becomes leadership. People feel safe around you because you do not judge from a pedestal. You understand from experience. As you transformed pain, your voice changed. When you speak now, there is depth behind your words. You don't speak from theory, you speak from survival. You don't offer empty motivation. You offer truth that has been tested. That is why your words linger. That is why people listen differently. Authority is not volume, it is credibility. And your credibility was forged in fire. The enemy expected your pain to break you, to make you reactive, resentful, and small. Instead, you became observant, patient, and wise. This outcome disrupted every plan designed against you. Pain usually creates either victims or villains, but you became something else entirely. You became a witness who learned, a survivor who evolved. That evolution is dangerous to darkness because it cannot be controlled by fear anymore. You also learned when to release. Some pain taught you what not to carry forward. You stopped dragging old wounds into new seasons. You forgave, not to excuse what happened, but to free your future. This act of release strengthened your authority even more, because unforgiveness chains power to the past. You refused to remain chained. You chose forward movement. Now, when challenges arise, you do not crumble easily. You recognize discomfort as a familiar teacher. You don't panic at resistance. You understand that growth often announces itself through pressure. This perspective gives you stability in chaos. While others collapse under stress, you adapt. While others lose direction, you become clearer. That is authority in motion. Chosen one, the pain you endured was not wasted. It trained your perception, strengthened your spirit, and gave you credibility that cannot be questioned. You did not just survive what hurt you, you extracted wisdom from it. That wisdom now stands as authority in your life. And authority born from pain cannot be shaken, because it has already faced the worst and emerged aware, grounded, and whole. Chosen one, the third power you mastered is alignment. And this power separates you permanently from a life ruled by fear. Alignment did not come from confidence alone, and it did not arrive because circumstances became easy. It came because you learned how to listen beyond noise, how to move without rushing, and how to trust direction, even when logic demanded proof. Fear once pushed you to hurry, to compare, to doubt your steps. Alignment taught you to slow down and move only when your spirit was clear. That shift changed how you walk through the world. There was a time when uncertainty made you anxious. You wanted answers immediately. You wanted signs that made sense. You wanted guarantees before moving forward. But life kept placing you in situations where guarantees were impossible. In those moments, you had two choices: freeze in fear or move in faith. Each time you chose to move with integrity, rather than panic, your alignment strengthened. You began to realize that fear is loud, but unreliable, while alignment is quiet and precise. You learned that not every opportunity is yours, even if it looks good. Not every open door is meant to be entered immediately. Alignment sharpened your ability to discern timing. You stopped forcing outcomes. You stopped chasing what was not flowing. Instead, you waited for clarity. Even when waiting felt uncomfortable. That patience protected you from mistakes that would have cost you years. This is a power many never master, because fear convinces them that waiting means missing out. You discovered that waiting often means being protected. As alignment deepened, your decisions became cleaner. You no longer needed external validation to confirm your path. You could feel when something was right and when something was off. This inner confirmation became your compass. When others questioned you, you didn't collapse. When plans changed suddenly, you didn't panic. You adjusted without losing direction. That flexibility is not weakness. It is alignment responding to higher instruction. Fear once told you to shrink, to stay quiet, to blend in for safety. Alignment reminded you that you were never meant to disappear. You learned how to stand firmly without aggression, how to be visible without arrogance. You no longer chase attention, yet attention finds you. You no longer explain yourself endlessly, yet your actions speak clearly. This balance confuses the enemy, because fear-based people are predictable. Aligned people are not. You also learned obedience, not to people, but to purpose. Sometimes alignment asked you to walk away from comfort. Sometimes it asked you to say no, when it would have been easier to say yes. Sometimes it asked you to trust a path that others could not understand. Each time you obeyed that inner guidance, your confidence grew, not the loud kind, but the grounded kind. The kind that does not shake when challenged. Alignment changed how doors open for you. You no longer push them down. They open at the right moment, often effortlessly. When resistance appears, you do not immediately assume failure. You ask whether it is a test of patience, a redirection, or a signal to prepare more. This perspective keeps you from self-sabotage. Fear rushes. Alignment listens. Fear reacts. Alignment responds. Your presence now carries calm into chaotic spaces. People sense that you are not desperate, not rushed, not unstable. This is why your words land differently. This is why your steps seem protected. You are not immune to challenges, but you are no longer ruled by them. Fear may still knock, but it no longer lives inside you. It does not make decisions for you anymore. The enemy relies on fear to distort timing, cloud judgment, and create confusion. Alignment dismantles those strategies. When you move in alignment, traps lose their power. Delays stop discouraging you. Silence stops frightening you. You understand that unseen preparation is still progress. This understanding makes you steady when others fall apart. Chosen one, you did not master alignment by accident. It was learned through trust, patience, and repeated choices to listen inwardly instead of reacting outwardly. You are now walking in a rhythm that cannot be rushed or replicated. Fear no longer drives you. Purpose does. And that is why your path is protected, your steps are ordered, and your presence quietly disrupts darkness wherever you go.